In this video, I'm going to share the secret to becoming your best, highest, most confident, most peaceful, happiest self, completely naturally, without any drugs, without any trying to do any weird mindset techniques on yourself. Instead, it comes from a simple understanding that is starting to become a little bit more well-known in the world. And it's what I call the psychological switch. Now, the secret is this. If you want to become your happiest, best, highest self, all you need to focus on is what stops me being there naturally all the time anyway. And the answer is pretty obvious. It's insecure thinking. The moment I fall for insecure thinking, I become insecure and I stop being my best self and I lack confidence and I start getting all in my head and I stop being peaceful and I develop inner conflicts and all of that. How do you eliminate inner conflict and insecurity? It's very simple. In the words of Sydney Banks, who's a very wise man, a Scottish theosopher, he said, all insecurity is an illusion created by thought. It is. It's an illusion created by thought. But for insecure thinking, you would naturally be your highest, best, most peaceful self. But for insecure thinking, you'd naturally be connected with God. You'd naturally have that calm, happy energy. But for that insecure thinking, you'd already be there. In fact, you are already there underneath insecure thinking that you might make up that gets in the way. What's the source of insecure thinking? It's this little niggly thing that I talked about in the previous video called the psychological illusion, right? I sometimes think of it as psychological idolatry. It's the illusion that there is something outside of me that needs to happen in order for me to be complete, in order for me to be whole, in order for me to be happy. I'll be happy when XYZ happens. I'll be happy when I finally achieve the goal or marry the person or end this financial difficulty and then I'll be happy. Or I can't be happy because of these circumstances I'm in, but when I get out of these circumstances, then I'll be happy. Or how can anybody possibly be happy? Look at what's happening to the Palestinians. The moment you fall for the illusion that something in the outside world needs to change in order for me to be okay, you're in insecurity, you're in insecure thinking, and you've lost your connection with your true self, your higher self, and with Allah. Don't search for Allah. Don't search for happiness. Instead, quiet your mind and you'll find the part of you that has always been deeply connected with Allah. You'll find your true self, your highest self, that naturally comes with peaceful, happy, beautiful energy. The only thing that ever stops you being there is a made-up belief that the outside world can take your wholeness, completeness, and happiness away, or that you have to get something in the outside world in order to be happy. But then none of that is true. That is all an illusion. I call it the psychological illusion. It's referred to in the Quran and Sunnah. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings upon him, he said something beautiful. He said, the moment love of dunya, love of this material world enters your heart, love of Allah leaves your heart. The moment love of Allah enters your heart, love of this material world leaves your heart. Everything you've been searching for is already within you. Your connection with Allah is already within you. Your highest, best, truest, happiest, most peaceful self is already within you. And the only thing that has ever taken it away is what we call the ego. The ego rests upon this belief that I need to change something in the outside world in order to be okay. But you can drop that belief right now, and you can wake up to reality right now. The psychological reality is that feeling is always coming from your own thinking, that your state of mind is what determines the way that you feel. It's very simple. It's very intuitive. So that's the big secret. The big secret isn't if you think positively, then you can change the outside world and get material things and then you'll be happy. That's part of the illusion. That's not the secret. The secret is everything you've been searching for in the hopes that it will make you feel good. You can't find it outside of you. You can feel good inside of you right now the moment you drop the illusion that something needs to change in the outside world in order for you to be happy. And you can do that right now. Now, if you want personal coaching with me to go deeper into becoming your best, most confident self, people have used this to get their dream job, to achieve major goals, and to do it all from a place of being completely content and happy and peaceful and calm in and of them, inside of themselves. If you want to create great things in the world, you can get coaching with me, but you can only do that if you go check out the Switch Masterclass. Go to mamoonyoussef.com/switch, go through the Switch Masterclass training, and then you might be able to get a coaching session with me. If you want another daily spiritual download, go check out the next video right over there. And until then, may the peace, love, and blessings of Allah be with you always.